Meanwhile, in Rocky VIII, and Bruce is looking through Lex's data and sees that he's amassed a whole bunch of trailers on the upcoming DC movies. He watches the Wonder Woman one and figures out that Wonder Woman's been around for at least a century, doing good. Also good to know Lex Luthor apparently designed all their superhero logos. Okay, color me intrigued. There's potential here. I disagree when people say Wonder Woman, steals the show and she's awesome. She's just not terrible and there's potential here. Give this story to a real director and we might have something. Meanwhile, Carrot Top mixes his blood with Zod's corpse to build an abomination. Carrot Top's blood would lead to this, yes.
Look at this, they say Visine gets the red out, this crap done.
And now there are anti-Superman rallies in Metropolis. Meanwhile, Alfred and Bruce have an argument about killing Superman. And I think I said on the remote and went back a few scenes.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
And Martha gets kidnapped by Lex's flunkies. Meanwhile, Batman suits up in his anti-Superman armor, much like Lex Luthor would, because let's be honest, Ben Affleck is really playing the real Lex Luthor in this. Get his super armor, kryptonite, hunting down people, killing people so he can kill Superman. Yeah, he's much more Lex than this guy. And he turns on the signal to bring Superman because Superman told him not to. You're not the boss of me.
Wait, but Lex had already kidnapped Martha Kent before Bruce turned on the signal. How did he know that Bruce was going to call out Superman tonight?
Lex seems to have the power of reading the script. And for variety's sake, Lois Lane gets kidnapped. She gets flown to the rooftop, among all the subtle music, to have a chat with Lex.
One of the things I do like about these movies is the music. I like a lot of the musical themes they use for Superman, for Batman, for Wonder Woman. She gets a pretty badass theme. But this particular one, I just can't stand. It's so in your face, completely lacking in subtlety. It's like a toddler stomping on the keyboard.
It's so you.
You're psychotic.
That is a 3-syllable word for any thought too big for little minds.
Shut up!
And he shoves her off the roof just to bring Superman there, which he does, having come right out of retirement just now.
Clearly retirement doesn't suit you. You got tired of shooting golf?
Well, I played 18. Shot 18.
Man, never show a good movie in the middle of your crappy movie.
So Superman faces off with Lex Luthor, and he prattles on about God and faith and demons and all the same stupid Philosophy 101 garbage he's been doing this entire movie. Someone thinks they're clever, that's all I can say.
God is all-powerful. He cannot be all good. And if he is all good, then he cannot be all-powerful.
Shut up!
Then he orders Superman to go kill Batman. And he says he'll kill Superman's mom if he doesn't.
Now, the mother of a flying demon must be a witch. The punishment for witches, what is that? That's right, death by fire.
I said shut up! I said close your mouth and stop talking.
Where are they?
Now, if you kill me, Martha dies. And if you fly away, Martha also dies. But if you kill the bat, Martha lives.
How many ways could Superman deal with this without having to kill Lex himself?
But alas, this is not a properly written Superman. Not a clever Superman who could defeat Nixius Pitlick or Luthor at his own game. No, this is just a flying brick.
And now God bends to my will.
Hey, shut up.
Meanwhile, the ship, which apparently is a publicly known site that they just say over at the crash site, is acting up and shooting lightning everywhere. Clark says he's going to go ask for Batman's help, or possibly kill him if he has to, because that's always an option for Superman.
No one stays good in this world.
Apparently it is. Meanwhile, Wonder Woman gets an online call for help from Batman. Then she watches all the DC trailers herself.
It seems like a thing you really need to kind of find out what happens there, I think.
Seriously, this serves no purpose but to make you want to see these movies. And honestly, given this movie, this is the worst anti-trailer that could be done for these trailers. Far better release this at the end of the movie when people want something good to think about instead of this. So Lois is going to go where the bat signal is because she knows what's going on. Superman arrives to talk to Batman.
Bruce, please. I was wrong. You have to listen to me. Lex wants us. There's no time. I understand.
Wow, play just a little bit of Adam Levine and suddenly Superman becomes unreasonable. Okay, to be fair, most people would. Okay, this action scene is okay, except for the fact that it doesn't need to be happening at all because all Superman has to do is talk a little bit instead of punching him back. I have to admit, the fighting in this movie is miles better than the fighting in Man of Steel, which consisted of punch, 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 and also punch, punch, punch. But still, once a kryptonite grenade gets thrown, then it just becomes a matter of, it's my turn to win for a while, it's my turn to win for a while, my turn, my turn.
My side, your side, my side, your side, my side, your side.
That's pretty much it.
Also, Batman, you've got the kryptonite spear, you consider Clark to be a threat to everyone, and you came here to kill him. Why, the minute you have him incapacitated, do you not stick the spear in him? The only possible reason is that you not only want to kill him, you want to humiliate him.
And that's exactly what it is because Batman shows he's an anti-alien bigot here.
You were never a god. You were never even a man.
Oh, great wire work. What are you trying to be? Early Smallville?
I bet your parents taught you that you mean something. That you're here for a reason. My parents taught me a different lesson. Dying in the gutter. They taught me the world only makes sense if you force it to.
Back to what I said before, are you deliberately trying to make him sound like Lex Luthor? Because this is the crap Lex Luthor would spew. Not Batman. Batman is about to spear Clark, and...
Kill Martha! What does that mean? Why did you say that name? Save Martha! Martha, why did you say that name?
Stop! Please, stop!
Why did you say that name?
It's his mother's name!
Oh. When I first saw this, that was so stupid, I actually sat and laughed for a solid minute. I kind of jokered out a bit because it was breaking my mind. I have rarely ever seen a movie be this stupid. You built a plot point on the pointless coincidence that both these men have their mother with the same first name. That's it. That's the reason. And now...
The scout ship seems to be drawing power from the city. It's gotta be Lex.
I need you at that ship. I'll find her. My mother needs me. Wait. I make you a promise. Martha won't die tonight.
They've worked nothing out. All their issues are still issues, but nope, our moms have the same name, so we're best buddies now. They will not fight or argue about anything from now on. It's, oh my, what can I say to this?
I hereby declare, therefore, all disagreements resolved.
I could understand if the two actually hashed out their ideological differences. I could understand if the two decided to table their ideological differences for the meantime because there are greater things at stake.
Because this is no good.
So, it's the middle of the crisis. Batman has made a solemn promise he'll go to save Martha, and her time is ticking down. He knows where she is thanks to the Deus Ex Alfredo. But first, Batman has to go change his costume, because we have to sell more action figures. I mean, protect his identity, I guess. You know, there was another Batman movie that took the time for Batman to go change his outfit in the middle of the crisis.
We have less than 11 minutes to thaw the city.
Yeah, that's where we are. Lois showed up just in time to brilliantly chuck the spear into the bay. because not only is it possible that we might need that, although to be fair, it's not like Lois would foresee the need for that, but let's leave it where someone else might be able to find it. Because it's not like a crisis came from people finding kryptonite in the ocean to begin with.
Also, why would Batman just leave it there? You're Batman! You plan for everything! You don't just abandon stuff!
And so Batman goes to rescue Martha, killing all these men as he's been killing others. And this has been a contentious thing, Batman wielding guns and killing people without any concern. And I understand that, I do. I can accept the idea of Batman as a lethal enforcer. I don't like it, I don't think it's Batman at his best, but I can actually accept that. However, this Batman in this continuity, all these DC movies, he can never get self-righteous about anyone for anything. He can't say they're being too violent, they're too aggressive, they're not planning out. He can't do any of that because Batman will gun people down without knowing anything about them. Also, we can get shooting in instead of, having to be creative with our stunts, like all these other movies did.
I perceive it as not him killing directly, but by sort of, if the bad guys are associated with a thing that happens to blow up, that's not really. He would say that that's not really my problem. Like they shouldn't have been around that.
Superman goes to the crashed ship to confront Lex, and Lex, realizing that he's been outdone by Batman and Superman teaming up because he didn't foresee the Martha connection, we all should have saw that coming, releases Doomsday.
So, if man won't kill God,
2, 1.
the devil will do it.
Shut up!
So, since there's no way to kill this thing and no way to stop it, they'll just keep killing everything, I guess Lex just wants to watch the world burn. No one saw that coming.
They have a cave troll.
Wonder Woman is getting ready to fly out of town, and she sees a TV report about the CGI hijinks, and that's it. She'll be in.
Excuse me, Miss Prince.
Superman, for his part, has actually learned from Man of Steel and tries to fly Doomsday away from the Innocents, all the way out into space. So, the United States government decides to thank Superman for taking the danger away from them by nuking them both. With just a little bit of thought beforehand, and then, kill them all. Of course, after the nuke goes off, Doomsday crashes down, still alive and killing. Superman seems dead. But this is a fake out, because we know that they're not going to really stick with the death of Superman. It is way too early to do a death of Superman thing. It's just a fake out, I promise you.